Hello, I'm in Portsmouth, South Sea, and this is the boating lake. The boats are changed, I've noticed. They're pedal swans now. But I'm going to tell you a story from 36 years ago on this very lake. I was on holiday with my family, and they tended to like to sit on the beach and do nothing, and I never liked to do that. So I came across here to the boating lake, and while out rowing my boat, I noticed two girls in another rowing boat, and they was absolutely useless at rowing. Now, at the time, I was 15. I was in what they call a pulling team, and we used to compete rowing boats. I used to compete against other teams, so I was a very good rower. Anyway, I spent a little while laughing at them, and then I decided to teach them how to row. So we all ended up in one boat, and I taught them both how to row. And eventually they called our number, and our time were up, and we left the lake, and we went across over there. You'll see in the distance, let's see if I can do it, over there to the South Parade Pier, and we spent the entire afternoon in the arcades and wandering around and having fun. And I arranged to meet one of these girls. They called her Alison. And Alison absolutely blew my mind. She was absolutely fantastic. She was funny. She was gorgeous. I can't even describe what it was like spending time with her. It was fantastic. And I spent the rest of the week meeting her every day. And every day we came back here. We'd just wander up and down the seafront. And by the end of the week, we'd got together quite. Well, I don't even know how to describe it. We'd got together, and then I had to leave. And we went home. Our holiday was over. Obviously, back then nobody had mobile phones and stuff like that, and your parents always told you off, didn't they, for using the phone too much. But I did speak to her on the phone occasionally, and sent letters. Yes, sent letters. Quite amusing, really, because she used to send me letters written in French, and I couldn't read French, so I used to have to take the letters to school with me and get my French teacher to read the letters to me, which was not ideal, really. I mean, we were young, there was nothing rude or like that or embarrassing, but you know, it was embarrassing. But anyway, I decided that I was going to return no matter what. So I started saving my money. And at the time, at 15, I was working. I had a weekend job selling ice cream. And every morning before school, I used to get up at 5 a.m. and I used to go to Leo's supermarket, where I cleaned floors up and down the aisles with a machine that scrubbed the floors and vacuumed the water up after it. And eventually, I saved up enough money for my coach ticket and a bit of spend and what have you. And I decided that I was going to come back and surprise Alison with a visit. And my plan was to come and stay with my auntie, who lived here at the time, overlooking the harbour. Now the problem was It was a long coach ride, a very long coach ride. And when I got here, I visited my auntie, which I should have spoke to her beforehand, but I just landed on a door. Anyway, she was going away, so I had nowhere to stay. Anyway, I called Alison's house to tell her that I was here, and I spoke to her mother. And her mother thought it was brilliant. But Alison had got a weekend job, and she was working in a shop. Now, her mother didn't want to tell me where she worked because she knew she'd get excited and walk out of a job. Apparently Alison hadn't shut up about me the entire time I was away. So she was obviously keen on me. So anyway, I made an arrangement to meet Alison and spoke to her mother a bit, and she invited me round for tea. And I met up with Alison, and she was overjoyed to see me again, let's say. And then we jumped on the bus and went to Alison's house. And as soon as I got there, Alison's mother took an instant dislike to me. I don't know, I think probably because I had a leather jacket and long hair at the time, I don't know. But she just didn't like me. That's been a trend through my life, as girlfriends, mothers, and not liking me, so I'm used to that. Apart from one, I've had one girlfriend whose parents liked me, and still do. I still saw them not so long back, which is nice. But anyway, that's it. Alison was banished from seeing me, and there ended that relationship. And I spent, I think it was 4 days in Portsmouth. Not sleeping rough, I won't say, it was summer. I slept in a deck chair on the seafront one night, which was perfect. It was nice, it was warm. And there was a horse show on at the time on the seafront. There's a big grass area just down the road from here. And I got talking to the security guard, and I ended up walking around with his torch and radio and his German Shepherd on an evening. And I got to sleep in one of the cabins there for a couple of nights. And then I had to go and change my ticket to get the coach home. And I'll tell you, that was one miserable trip home. But there, a bit of a personal story for you, but this is the boating lake at South Sea in Portsmouth. And yeah, an old memory revealed. There you go. Bye.